So good afternoon. My name is John Wonderlich, and I'm the Policy Director of the Sunlight Foundation. And first of all, thank you all very, very much for joining us today. I'd specifically like to extend a sincere thanks to Representatives Quigley and Issa, who probably can't hear me because they just got out, but we'd definitely like to thank them for leading the House in creating a caucus devoted to openness in government. Indeed, we should all praise the members of the Congressional Transparency Caucus for their extraordinary leadership toward creating more open government, and of course their staffs for all of their hard work in preparing this caucus and this event today. The Sunlight Foundation has long been hoping for this kind of forum to emerge, and we're very happy to see this happening today. So the Sunlight Foundation takes its inspiration from Justice Brandeis's powerful adage, "Sunlight is said to be the best of disinfectants." At the heart of our mission is a belief that technology can be used to create a more informed and engaged citizenry and a more accountable and responsive government. Our role as citizens is only as strong as our government is open. This idea is not an abstract or distant kind of public good, since our core actions as citizens all depend on public information. 3 years ago, almost to the day today, I stood in the Capitol discussing recommendations from a broad bipartisan community called the Open House Project that Sunlight convened to create consensus around reforms that would increase transparency in Congress. In the 3 years since then, many of those recommendations have become reality. The restrictions on how members of Congress use the internet in their official capacity have been fundamentally redrawn. The Senate has released structured data of votes for the first time. Committees now post far more primary source documents, and just this week the House launched houselive.gov, vastly improving access to the video floor proceedings. Now, these changes, and many others like them, accompany a rising cultural expectation for more information online. The broad aspirations of the Open Government Directive, the new analysis that we're seeing that's only possible now that the House has published its disbursements online, and the new expectation we all share that major bills should be posted online for 72 hours. These are each fueled by public demand for more information, and at the same time, they are made real because someone in power recognized them as valuable and important enough to act on. Our national public information is as complex as the government that creates it, and for that reason, transparency reforms that we're working on affect a variety of overlapping government jurisdictions. In other words, transparency policy requires a unique level of coordination. For that reason, we see the creation of the Congressional Transparency Caucus as enormously valuable and historically significant. And to help advise the caucus on the emerging trends in open government, the Sunlight Foundation is pleased to announce that we're creating the Advisory Committee on Transparency. The Advisory Committee shares the underlying goals of the Congressional Transparency Caucus and will work to educate Congress and the public about transparency-related issues. It's important to note that the Advisory Committee, unlike the Congressional Transparency Caucus, is not part of government. You can learn much more about the Advisory Committee at transparencycaucus.org. In addition to supporting the across-the-aisle collaboration, the new Transparency Caucus will allow representatives to deepen their expertise on transparency matters and engage the American public through education, legislation, and oversight. So we are enthusiastically looking forward to continuing to work with all of you and look forward to Congress's sustained role in safeguarding and improving public access in our country. Thank you.